الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله تعالى فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، إن خير الكلام كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدع وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. My dear respected brothers and sisters, as we say the khutbatul haja, it might be something that is very, very redundant, that the Muslims were not paying attention to it. But this khutbatul haja that we know that Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to say it, as he calls it, the sermon for need. The sermon for need. And this he will say in his Jummah khutbahs, and he will say in the gatherings of marriages and the like. For verily, this khutbatul haja, it itself is enough that the believer would pay attention and be rejoicing. Where he says, all praise is due to Allah. All praise belongs to Allah. Even if other than Allah is given praise, is done in wrongful way. Just as worship should be done only for Allah. So all praise is due to Allah. We seek His help, we seek His aid, we seek His forgiveness. And we seek Allah's forgiveness from the evil of our actions. And whomsoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides, there is none who can guide them. There's none who can misguide them. And whomsoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala leaves to go astray, there is none that can guide that person. And then we bear witness that none has the right to be worshipped in truth. This is the statement, La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah doesn't mean La ilaha illallah. It doesn't mean there's no ilah but Allah. Rather, its true meaning. Don't say that there's no God but Allah, or don't say there is none that's worshipped but Allah. These are all erroneous understanding that the Muslims have come across. Rather, there is none that is worshipped in truth except Allah. La ma'budin bihaqqin illa Allah. I want us to be on Islam one-on-one, reminding myself first and foremost that we are saying that it is explained by Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. لما بعث النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم معاذ بن جبل إلى اليمن قال يا معاذ ستجدون قوما من أهل الكتاب فليكن أول ما تدعوهم أن يوحدوا الله أي أن يعبدوا الله وحده. That Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he sent Mu'adh bin Jabal to Yemen and told him that you Mu'adh, you are going to a people of the book, just as we're here in this country, we are with the people of the book, said let it be the first thing that you call them to signify Allah alone, to make Allah alone in all acts of worship. This is very important that we understand La ilaha illallah to mean La ma'budin bihaqqin illallah, as we've been taught by our teachers for so many years. But let's not forget that there are things that are worshipped other than Allah, but they are worshipped falsely. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, أَفَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهُ هَوَىٰ وَأَضَلَّهُ عَلَىٰ عِلْمٍ. Say, haven't you seen the one who's taken his desire as his ilah, as something that he worships? So desires can be worshipped. As we see people worship idols, we see people worship saints. So this all qualifies to us that worship is only truly for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La ma'budin bihaqqin illallah. So this is what has been said in the statement of La ilaha illallah. Yani, in the first part of La ilaha illallah, it negates worship to any other than Allah. Yani nafyan, it makes negation, La ilaha. It said there is no deity worthy to be worshipped, basically. Illallah, except Allah. So you are saying that there are things that are worshipped, but they are all worshipped wrongly. But Allah is the one who is the only one deserving worship in truth. That's why the mushrikun, they know that. The kuffar, they knew that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in another ayah, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ يَسْتَكْبِرُونَ قَالُوا أَتَارِكُ آلِهَتِنَا لِشَاعِرٍ مَجْنُونَ. So if you were to tell them to worship Allah alone, to establish La ilaha illallah, they would say, they become arrogant. And they will say, oh, should we leave off our idols to follow this man who is a madman? Talking about Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, calling them to what they understood to be Tawheed. So this Tawheed is the only ticket for a person to Jannah. As it comes in the hadith of Uthman ibn Affan, the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, من رأى من وراء هذه الحائط يشهد أن لا إله إلا الله مستيقنا في قلبه دخل الجنة. He said, if we were to find anyone behind these walls of ours, meaning you meet anyone who testifies that there's none deserving worship in truth except Allah, there is no deity worthy to be worshipped in truth except Allah, he said he'll enter into Jannah. If they what? Mustayqinan. If their hearts are certain about it. So La ilaha illallah, we have to have certainty, for it has conditions. And La ilaha illallah is like the key, Miftahul Jannah, we know that. But every key has seams. It has to have its right cut. I mean, La ilaha illallah has to be understood in a proper, in a correct way. Some of the mistakes we fall into as Muslims, we'll be equating a person with Allah in a statement, not paying attention. That will occur. A person would be with their friend, and here they pass a car almost about to hit a friend of theirs, and they will pull them aside. In that pulling them aside, the friend may say, "Oh, you saved my life." These type of statements are minute, we think. But verily, they're very, very, very severe. For none can save lives except Allah. Yani, there's a way to make the statement correct, or to say it correctly. You can say, wasn't it for Allah? Then I would have been here. Or by Allah's permission, you've saved my life. These are statements that we can correct. As Muslims, we have to care and take care of this part of Tawheed. The affairs of Tawheed are of great importance. This is the very reason that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent messengers and prophets. As it comes in the ayah, وَلَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنْ يَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ. Verily, we have sent to every community and every ummah a prophet, a messenger, proclaiming to them, worship Allah alone and stay away from anything that's worshipped other than Allah. There we have, the Muslims have become very relaxed sometimes. That we'll have someone have something and we tell the person, bless me with that. We can just say, may I have that? For blessings come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are statements that we make lightly. But rather, Muslims should be careful about making statements. For Islam, it came to take us from the darknesses to Nur. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي فمن يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها والله سميع عليم. الله ولي الذين آمنوا يخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور والذين كفروا أولياءهم الطاغوت والذين كفروا أولياءهم الطاغوت يخرجونهم من النور إلى الظلمات أولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who takes the people from darkness